Cops found a hidden tunnel in a McDonald's restaurant. When they saw what's on the other end, they turned pale. Ray Alvarez wasn't looking for anything unusual, just opportunity. As a property developer in Arizona, Ray had made a career out of flipping forgotten buildings. So when he came across a long-abandoned McDonald's on the edge of a small desert town, he didn't hesitate. It had been shuttered for nearly a decade, but the location was prime, near a highway, surrounded by new housing developments, and full of nostalgic charm. His place renovated into a family-friendly diner, something clean and modern with a retro touch. On a warm Tuesday morning, Ray and his business partner stepped inside the dusty shell of the restaurant to begin a full walkthrough. The air was thick with age, grease-stained tiles, peeling paint, cobwebs clinging to broken furniture. Most of it was what you'd expect from an old fast food joint left to rot. But then they reached the kitchen. Beneath a battered prep table was a circular hole, cut clean through the tile and concrete floor. At first it looked like an old maintenance access point, but when Ray knelt to examine it, he realized it was far more elaborate. The opening wasn't jagged or collapsed. It was crafted, smooth-edged, reinforced, and dark. And it went deep. Shining a flashlight inside, they saw steps, real solid concrete steps, descending into blackness. Uneasy, Ray stepped back. His partner said nothing, but they both knew this wasn't just leftover infrastructure. Ray called the police. Within the hour, 2 cruisers pulled into the overgrown lot. Officers from the local department stepped inside, skeptical at first, until they peered into the hole. Moments later, 3 of them descended into the tunnel, equipped with body cams and flashlights. Ray stayed above, pacing nervously beside the old fryers. For the first 10 minutes, the officers gave calm updates. The tunnel had reinforced concrete walls, installed ventilation pipes, and even built-in lighting, though most of the bulbs had burned out. It sloped downward at a steady angle, suggesting serious engineering. This wasn't a haphazard escape route. It had been planned. After 20 minutes, the chatter from their radios grew quieter. After 30, one of the officers reported signs of recent activity, scuff marks, footprints, and pieces of packaging. At the 40-minute mark, their voices fell silent. When contact resumed, the tone had changed completely. "Dispatch, this is Unit 3. We've reached the end of the tunnel. We need backup, immediately. Federal level, do not delay." The officers had emerged into a vast underground chamber, not natural but carved out deliberately. Inside were rows of metal tables, sterile plastic sheeting, and crates stacked 6 feet high, unmarked, but sealed tight. The air was cold. Mechanical humming echoed across the chamber. Surveillance cameras, still active, were mounted on the walls, and then they found the door. A steel blast door embedded into the far wall with biometric access panels, and no visible power source. No one could say for sure where it led, but its presence confirmed what the officers already feared. This wasn't just a tunnel. It was a corridor into something hidden beneath the town for years, beneath homes, schools, and shops. Federal agents arrived by dusk. The site was cordoned off. Ray and his partner were asked to leave and told not to speak to the media, but rumors erupted within days. Some claimed it was part of a Cold War-era government shelter that had been repurposed. Others believed it was connected to cartel operations, hidden trafficking routes, disguised beneath forgotten properties. A few whispered about something worse: experimentation, surveillance, black site infrastructure, meant to stay buried. The original McDonald's had closed in 2013 without explanation. Now some believe that was never about business. It was about what lay beneath. Ray never followed through with the renovation. He sold the property quietly and left, but sometimes, in interviews, he never finishes. He says one thing that sticks with people. They weren't surprised by what they found down there, he says. The cops were horrified, yes, but not shocked. Someone knew. Someone always knew.